Hey guys, what is up? Schlappy here, and we are in a Minecraft world. As you can see, there's a naked penguin in front of you, and I want to do something different. Saturdays are a fun time to do things because I have the whole day to do whatever I want. That's not true at all. I have work and schoolwork, and but Saturdays are a good time. I like to try and learn things, and there's one thing that has always confused me. That's not true. It hasn't always confused me. I want to learn more about Minecraft, I guess is where I'm going with this. I want to learn more about this game. It's my favorite game, and I feel like there's just so much I don't know about it. So for the next little while, I'm gonna try and learn more. On my Saturdays, in the Saturday episode, I'm gonna try and learn more about Minecraft. So here we go. The first thing I want to learn is Redstone. For the next few weeks, I think I want to just get really good at Redstone. I think I've gotten to a point where I can sort of do things and I can replicate things, but I'm not super comfortable with it. So I built this little structure, and today I want to go through all of the different ways, all of the different power sources of Redstone. And when I say power sources, I'm talking about actual power sources and not things that read with a comparator. So these are all of the different things that you can use to power Redstone without using a comparator. So these are, yeah, kind of cool. Let's go through some of the easy ones before we get to some of the complicated ones that I don't really know. Redstone Block, pretty simple. It powers, it's always on. It's very easy. One thing that is cool to note is that it does not power diagonally. But it will power anywhere. Anything touching it will power. Anything diagonal will not power. Boom. Redstone Block. Redstone Torch, again, always on, but you can toggle it. So it starts on, its default is on, but you can toggle it with basically any other redstone input, right? Yeah. And again, I don't think this will power diagonal, but I think it will power... Oh. Yeah, it'll power sideways. It'll power sideways. Will it power down? Like if I put... No, it will not power below itself. Will this one? Yeah, that one will. Okay, good to know. Let's fix up this. I don't know why I decided to go with an aesthetic, but... Okay. Next up, we have a Detector Rail, which gives a signal anytime there's a minecart on it. So anytime there's a minecart on it, it'll give a signal. Pretty simple. They're handy for building, you know, cool minecart things. Handy. Will it detect any minecart? Let's find out. So let's see. We got minecart TNT, minecart hopper, minecart with a furnace, minecart with a chest. Hopper, yes. TNT, yes. Furnace, yes. Chest, yes. So any minecart. Any minecart, that's pretty easy. Lever, pretty obvious. It toggles. It toggles. Let's find out if it goes sideways as well. It does go sideways. We'll power the block underneath it. Yeah. So that's pretty easy. I think we all know. Like those are the easy ones, right? These ones I have no trouble with. They're pretty obvious. Daylight sensor is pretty easy as well. We're going to test this out a little bit though. Let's go out here. So daylight sensor, obviously, it reads the daylight. It reads the daylight and outputs a signal depending on the time of day. So it's still going at this point. So that's where it ends right now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And let's see if that decreases. I think it already decreased. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So yeah, the signal on this decreases as the sun goes down. Or increases as the sun goes up, I suppose is another way to look at it. And if you right click on it, it obviously toggles to the nighttime sensor, which again, I think will change depending, like I think the power will go up. You know what, let's do this properly. So let's go like this. Boom, boom, and then I'm going to put lights. So we're going to see sort of how quickly this goes up. We're going to see sort of how quickly it changes when you get to the nighttime era. Does that make sense? Yeah, how quickly the power goes up when it reaches nighttime. So I'll be back in a second when it turns to night, because I don't know the command to do that. Alright, so I just waited here for quite a while. It's almost the exact middle of the night. I put this lamp at 12. This is at 13, which I don't think it'll reach anyway. You know what? We'll keep something there. We'll keep that there just in case it actually does reach 13. I put this lamp at 12, which does not seem to be reaching. So maybe 11 is the max signal strength out of this. But anyway, it actually reached 11 relatively quick. By the time it was probably around there in the sky, like maybe 3 Minecraft hours into like when it turns night. As the sun's going down, this actually reaches like 4 or 5. And then as soon as the sun's down and it turns to the black sky, it was relatively quick until it reached the 11 power strength. So I don't know if it actually reaches 12 because it's the middle of the night now. It doesn't look like it's going to reach 12. So it looks like 11's the max power strength. So this is kind of an interesting device because it doesn't, like, it ratchets up pretty quickly. You know what I mean? Like, by the time it's like 5-6 hours into being night, you're already at full power strength. And it'll probably stay that way until, you know, well into the night. So that's the daylight, nighttime converter. Anyway, let's move on to some other power sources. Let's go. I want to save the pressure plates because they're a bit. They're a bit kind of annoying, really. They're a bit annoying. Put that away as well. The pressure plates I was having some fun with earlier, and they're a bit different. So let's talk about some other things. Trap chest, when you open it, it gives a signal. When it's closed, it doesn't give a signal. They're kind of fun for screwing with your friends and whatnot. Tripwire, when you're on them, they give a signal. When you're off them, they don't give a signal. So they're fun for setting traps and whatnot. There is one thing I want to test. I want to see if it's anything walks over it. Yeah, so it looks like any mob that walks over it will set it off. Which could be cool for mob traps. I guess I knew that. Which farms operate with this mechanic. So, yeah, that could be cool. You have buttons. The wood button has a longer delay. You can see it lasts longer than the stone button. I think it's by like 0.4 seconds or so. But you can see the wood one lasts longer. Also, the wood one you can shoot with an arrow. The stone one you can't. So if you want to operate like a long distance thing, you can use a bow and arrow on a wood button. And I believe this will stay lit until the arrow actually despawns. So that'll stay there for what, 5 minutes till despawn? Which is kind of interesting. All right. Okay, now let's talk about these pressure plates. So we have the wood pressure plate. If we stand on it, it lights up. Stone one, we stand on it, it lights up. Gold, it lights up. Iron, it lights up. So any of these can be activated by a player. Wood can be activated by a block. Stone cannot. Gold can. Iron can. So only stone can't be activated by a block. Let's see if we throw a bunch. No. So there you go. That's what can be operated by a block. See, this is what I didn't know. I didn't know what actually works this way with the pressure plates. So can it be activated? Yes, it can be activated by an arrow. So only stone can't be activated by an arrow or a block. Interesting. Oh, now I have to wait for them to despawn, don't I? Pick up the arrows. I can pick up the arrows. Okay, cool. Can they be activated by a creature? Yes, 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 yes. Interesting. And do they give off different signal strengths based on the amount of creatures? So this looks like it gives off a solid signal strength. My bet is the wood one does as well. Yes, so these two are both considered like weighted pressure plates. So you can see they're weighted pressure plates, light and heavy. And I haven't really figured out what the difference is between the two, and I think it has to do with the signal strength they give off when stuff is on top of them. So let's grab these and do a little bit more of a test. Okay, let's do some testing here. So we got our villagers. Let's see. One villager outputs one signal. Two villagers, two. Three villagers, three. Four villagers, four. Five villagers, five. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is a 1-to-1. The gold, which I believe is the light. So yeah, that's a 1-to-1, and the last thing's at 15. Will it go all the way to 15? Yes. So this is a 1-to-1 ratio. So one entity is one thing. That's really cool, actually. So that's handy. So if you're trying to measure exactly one, the gold pressure plates. So every time you get 10 villagers, it clears, or 10 mobs, it clears, whatever you want to do. That's a really cool way to do it. And then I assume because it's the heavy, it doesn't work like that. So there's one villager, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it takes 12 or 11, I'm not sure if I actually got that last click in there, to reach the second output. And there's max entity cramming now. So I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to do too much more before they start dying, right? There's 3. So yeah, this one's a lot heavier, and now they're starting to die. Okay, the next thing I want to test with this is blocks, to see if it actually, like if it's the same thing with blocks where it's a 1-to-1 ratio. Let's check that out. Alright, let's do some block testing. So let's see, 1 block. Oh, I missed. There's 1 block. Come on. 2 block. 3 block. Okay. So, the individual block, you could see it triggered it, but then when it groups up, I guess that counts as one entity, so it's going back to 1. Oh, so when they group up, it doesn't count. That's interesting. Alright, let's do a little bit of a different test then. Let's just grab these. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So this does count as 1. This does still count sort of one different type of block is one thing, but when the blocks group up, they don't count. So what if I toss an entire stack? That's 1. That is 1 still. Okay, so grouped items count as 1. Grouped items count as 1. Individual items also count as 1. That's interesting. How does it work on this side? So there's 1 item. It does give an output. There's a different item. That didn't quite make it down. There's a different item. Still nothing. There's a third item. 4 items. 5 items. 6 items. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh no, but those are grouping up, aren't they? Well, let's just toss a whole stack. Okay, how many items are going to get us there? I'm not sure what colors we have. Let's just grab some random blocks here that we know aren't in there. And let's just... So this one takes quite a few. So the iron plate actually takes quite a lot to reach those things. And what you can do with these are probably some pretty interesting things. This one, because it measures 1 of everything, could be really interesting to like count mobs and whatnot. This one, I mean, you could get a ton of items in here before it clears out, which is kind of cool. But anyway, those are the pressure plates. The last thing we have to test is this observer block, which I have absolutely no idea what it does. So looking at it, I think, okay, let's, I want to test this out. So let's get some redstone. Let's get some redstone. Let's get a random block. Yeah, okay, so let's put a redstone lamp up here. Repeater. So I believe it just reads an output. So yeah, it reads anything that changes in front of it. It just outserts a pulse. How far does this pulse go? Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does it go that far? One sec, sorry. Let's make this light again. So it does go 5. Let's see if it goes 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Will it go 10? Yeah. So it goes pretty far. Let's see if it reads. If we put a minecart going past it, will that read that? No. It doesn't read a minecart going past it. Interesting. Okay, so it just reads, what if we put a normal piston facing this way? Will it read that? Yes, it does read the piston going both ways. So that's an easy way to make like a double pulse. With just one piston push. Interesting. I assume it'd be the same with this. So yeah, it reads any change in front of it, but not minecarts and whatnot. What else is there to test? I have kind of a test that I think could be interesting. What about a bucket of water? Will it read liquid? I'm not sure what the purpose of this would be, but don't want the liquid to wash. Okay, let's see. So if you put water in front of it, it's continuously flickering. That's interesting. Is the water continually updating? Is that what the issue is? Look at that, though. So that's, if you want to create just a ridiculous number of pulses, bucket of water in front of an observer. Interesting. Does lava behave the same way, I wonder? Also, can you put a bucket of milk in a dispenser? No, lava... Oh, lava, you get slower pulses. So it updates less frequently, I suppose. So that's an easy way to do slower pulses. That's really cool. And lastly, this is just... I don't think you can do this. No, it just dispenses the bucket. Okay, well that's the observer block, and I believe that's everything that I put in here. I feel like I learned a lot today. We learned how to do a ridiculous number of pulses. I learned what the observer block does. I still don't know how to craft it. Learned my pressure plates. Cool. Good day of testing. If you liked this style video, leave a like. Comment what you guys think. Did I miss something? Did I screw something up? I'm not sure. I just want to learn more about this game that I like. So next Saturday, we'll be doing something different. I'm thinking I might just try and create something. But yeah, I'll catch you guys then. Subscribe for more, all that good stuff. Ciao.